welcome back to Not the Same. Hope you all just enjoyed that fantastically fun run with Natborn through Sonic Frontiers, New Game Plus, no major glitches. Continuing up the Sonic block, we've got our next run coming up very shortly, which is Sonic Omens, a fan game being run by DreeGon, running through any percent with NPB or no pause buffers. And this is sure to be a real interesting one, probably going to be a first for a fair few people, and hopefully going to be something to really look forward to. I know I am. And to keep ourselves updated on the donations as they're going, we haven't had any donations since the last one, but we are currently sitting on a whopping $235 donated, so thank you so much to everybody for all of that. Hoping to see some more come in with support for DreeGon and the rest of the runners and everybody involved here in Not the Same. And yeah, just looking forward to what will be more of a already great marathon, continuing to get even better. So without further ado, I'll stop talking and I will let you all enjoy Sonic Omens, any percent, no pause buffer. Good luck, and here we go.
Buffer. So, Sonic Omens is a Sonic fan game made by Ouroboros Studios and uses the...
My apologies. We didn't have any audio there.
Oh! Okay, wait a minute. Let me know when you're ready again.
Let's take it from the top.
Okay, when?
Starting now, let's go.
Okay. Welcome back to Not the Same, everyone. My name is DreeGon. I am mainly a Sonic Adventure speedrunner, also speedrun Sonic 06. And I'm here today with my buddy AK8.
What's up?
And we're going to be showing you Sonic Omens with the category any percent, no pause buffer. So, Sonic Omens is a Sonic fan game made by Ouroboros Studios that tries to explain why the Chaos Emeralds have not been used in Sonic games that much after Sonic Unleashed. So it actually takes place after Sonic Unleashed and right before Sonic Colors, so you'll be seeing a lot of references to that. The game also uses something called the Infinity Engine, which you'll be seeing in action. Yeah, once we click New Game... Oh! Real quick, the game is running on pretty low resolution and graphic settings because my PC's not that good, so bear with me. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, but we're going to try to make it work, but there might be some frame drops and whatever. But yeah. Alright, so when we press play here, we're going to start. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. So, starting off, we are here in Wellspring, the tutorial stage. And one thing that's very interesting about this game is it's actually played with keyboard and mouse. And once you learn the controls, it actually controls really well for a Sonic game with keyboard and mouse. And as you can see, it's a boost game. There's a lot of resource management in this game. The boost meter drains incredibly fast. And it's also kind of a mix between the boost games and the adventure games. Because you have stuff like the bounce, but then you have stuff like the boost and other things that you'll see in the boost games. Alright. And there is a story going on. We're going to be explaining it a little bit, but it's a Sonic game. Kind of hard to explain when you're going so fast. So, to quickly explain the story, Sonic and Tails are basically chilling, and then Dr. Eggman has done something. He's still trying to steal a Chaos Emeralds again. And then Tails notices some radio signals coming from an abandoned Eggman tower, and that's where we're going to head in the next stage here. And things will speed up from there. So, here we are in Chao Paradise, and this level, we pretty much play the whole level. There's a lot of levels we don't play the whole level for. So, but this one we do. So we're going to be grabbing the shield here so we can get some rings. They make rings come to us. Oh, yeah, this is... As I mentioned, my PC's not that good. I'm very sorry about that. Having to stream on Discord and on Twitch, it doesn't like that. But we're gonna try our best to make it work. The game does look very good and runs incredibly smooth if your PC can handle it, so... Don't worry. It's much more polished than you see. And also, as you can hear, there's voice acting in this game. They hired voice actors. Even though it's not the official ones, but... Cutscene, story... It's a very ambitious Sonic fan game. Alright, almost done here with Chao Paradise in, I think, 114. If I could hit it right... That happens a lot. It's very easy to overshoot in this game.
We'll pretend that was a 114.
Yeah, let's pretend that was a 114. Also, something cool to mention is this is actually the first time Sonic Omens has appeared in a marathon, so that's very cool.
Thank you for giving us a chance to show this for the first time.
Yeah. We're a small community, but we're pretty dedicated. Alright, AK, you want to take this one?
Yeah, so we have our first boss here, which is Egg Dragoon, and bosses in this game actually have RNG in their attack patterns, and for this one, Egg Dragoon can basically have 3 attacks up close, and the slowest one is the spin attack, which you might be seeing a few times. It loses 1 second every time he does it. There's the spin attack right there. So every time he does that, it loses 1 second. The fastest attack is the one where he slams on the ground. So we're going to be hoping for that one. So every boss in this game does have RNG, and there are different strategies for each boss. Right now, he's just getting close, because if he's not close, he will start to do his gun attack, where he just shoots at Sonic, and it is very slow. So we're pretty much just going through the entire boss fight, hoping that there's good RNG. Pretty much the best possible time.
Oh, yeah, there it happened. I was not close enough.
Yeah, there's the gun attack that I was talking about. The best time with the best RNG is probably, like, no one's gotten it, but it's probably a 124. So, yeah, these are the last 3 hits. Pretty much the last 3 hits is that he just jumps around the room, and you have to just hope he doesn't kill you. That's pretty easy to dodge, so it's no worry.
Ah, that was a really slow fight.
Alright, but that wraps up Dragoon 133. Not the best outcome, but nothing you can do about that, as RNG does kind of suck.
You're usually aiming around 125 to 130.
Yeah. But the next level up here has insane movement, though, and a pretty big skip.
Oh yeah, we pretty much skipped this whole level.
So, yeah, this level. Pretty big skip. You're pretty much boosting and jumping off of a piece of collision here at the right time, so that you can get above an invisible wall.
That might be it. No, I might have to restart and try again because I need more boost.
Unfortunate, but...
That might be it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna try doing the old method.
Yeah. So, basically with this, we are going to go to the goal ring out of bounds, because this level wraps around, it's like a letter C. The goal ring is pretty much like right next to the start, but you have to go out of bounds to get to it.
Okay, there we go.
So, pretty much we are out of bounds traveling to the end of the level where the goal ring is at. And it is right past that wall of white.
Should be good. Nice, yeah. So usually you can actually beat this level in about like 45 seconds if you're really fast. But yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty cool level.
It's a pretty cool level, you don't really get to see it. Although there are other categories like all red star rings where you do get to see it. And Supersonic. Supersonic is really cool as well.
Yeah.
Alright. First plane stage coming in here. So Sonic, the story was basically Sonic had to go through not gun arsenal, the gun base, And Tails can't do it the same way, so he has to go through the canyon with his plane. And if you're wondering why I'm rolling like this, it's because it's actually faster to do that than to just fly normally. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I took some damage. That's not quite good because we need to have full health for the skip. So I'm just going to respawn real quick when I get over here. And hit the checkpoint. We'll hear it. There it is. Now I'm going to respawn to gain full health. And we're going to try to do the skip that's pretty hard. And I've been struggling with it a little bit recently. But if I get it, it saves a lot of time. Pretty much skips the entire level. We have a backup. Don't worry. Alright, let's try. Oh, that might be it.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe, if I'm really careful. I think it might be over. I'm gonna try to nudge my way out of here. Normally it doesn't look like this. But we're gonna try to make it work.
The little plane that could.
I think this is a little bit too much. I don't think we're gonna make it. I'm really just coping right now.
You're slipping out, though. You're slipping out. No, you got
I'm slipping out. Okay. Just be slow and steady. 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 Woo! Oh my god. Okay, so it would be faster to retry there, but that skip is so hard that. Oh god. Okay, I'm really relieved.
Doing that normally, you would just slip right out like.
Okay, I gotta be careful. It's not over. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, well, we got it at least.
We were practicing. I was practicing this right before the run because I was really worried about that one skip. So just being able to hit it, even if it was really slow, is good enough for me. Normally it looks a lot better. Don't worry about that. But yeah, that's our first plane stage. We're gonna be playing a plane stage now as well. So basically now we grab our emerald, and this guy called the Gnarl doesn't like that. So he starts chasing us.
Big snake, very big snake.
So this level has a ton of like flying through caverns and dodging things and stuff like that. We're not really gonna see any of that because we're just gonna go out of bounds immediately and skip straight to the boss. So yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tricks in this run.
It's so funny. You can just go through the ground there.
Just face through the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Gnarl is the boss at the end of this level, but we're not going to Gnarl normally. Gnarl is normally, like, the cutscene usually has a trigger where you trigger the cutscene and trigger the fight, but in this, Gnarl is still spawned in regardless of hitting the cutscene, so we can basically shoot at him from out of bounds. You can kind of see him over there. He's that worm in the distance. You can shoot at him out of bounds and it just kills him and ends the level. So instead of doing the fight, we can just shoot at his model that's spawned in still. And his health bar is still active, so you can just kill him from right here.
What? He's not dying as usual. Okay, that took a lot of time.
Yeah. So, pretty funny level. Pretty cool.
There we go. So, Gnarl is one of the guardians in this game. There's 3 of them. And they're all tied together to the story. And also there's a cutscene here that introduces a very important character, but we're going to be skipping that. We're going to be skipping that. But we're going since it's a Sonic Adventure stream, you probably recognize this level. Although we're not Shadow right now, we're Sonic. But this is indeed White Jungle. And what I just did there is I just skipped the entire level by going over a death plane, using that tree branch to just jump over it, and you can just finish the level just like that. And it's not stopping here, it's not stopping here. The next level is also a very long climb up a giant tree with lots of platforming, and as speedrunners, you know, we don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go over here, and then we're just going to run on a wall. Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't take you out of the wall run.
Oh yeah, that would be annoying. But yeah, there we go. And then we're just gonna go here and boom. Yeah, that's the level. There we go. That's the level. So, as I said, this game has a lot of funny skips where you just skip the entire level. In a way, it kind of feels like Ratchet and Clank, which I will be running tomorrow, by the way. But with that being said, now we are going to take an emerald from this temple, and that's going to trigger a waterfall chase. And we're just going to be running, and there's not a lot of time save here to do. So this is actually a good time for donations, if there are any, or if the host wants to say anything.
Yeah, we haven't had any donations in just yet, but absolutely taking the opportunity to plug the charity that we're working with here, Extra Life, in support of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, looking to raise funds in order to get kids in Miracle Network Hospitals the help and support that they need. Fundraising program, raising funds all year round to help change kids' health, to change the future. Donations go to member children's hospitals to fund critical life-saving treatments, healthcare services, along with innovative research, vital pediatric, medical equipment, and child life services. So, anybody can help out, anybody can donate, massively appreciated. We are currently sat on $235 of donations, looking at making it all the way to $300, hopefully soon. If you can help out at all, that would be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, and best of luck with the rest of the run, DreeGon.
Thank you, Tethys. Thank you. Alright. So...
Gun Arsenal, right?
Yeah, we're coming up to Gun Arsenal, and that means something pretty major. Oh, look who it is! It's Shadow!
Shadow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is pretty much the first Shadow level. He pretty much controls the same as Sonic, except he has 4 Chaos abilities, which you just saw him use right there, Chaos Blast. So, the most major Chaos moves is Chaos Blast and Chaos Dash. So, you just saw Chaos Blast. It basically just clears the entire floor of enemies, like, within range. And it's very useful. Chaos Dash is what you just saw there. It either teleports you upwards or forwards, whatever you want to do. And it skips a lot of gaps, and it's very useful for movement. And this level is utilizes Chaos Dash a lot. And this level has no major skips in it, so it is all just movement intensive. And this is probably one of the harder levels in the run. So...
we're almost done, though. It's going pretty well right now.
Yep. There's like small skips in this level where you can like skip like a pretty like decent portion of this room right here. Like you can just hit the bounce pad there, that skips like the rest of the rail. But pretty much this is the end of Gun Arsenal. The gold ring is right over here.
That was really good.
And that is it. That was a pretty good Gun Arsenal, I will say.
So... something I really quick to mention is you saw when I don't have any boost left, then I slide, and then I jump, and then I boost, and then I homing attack. And that's because that this game has a function where if you have no boost, but you slide and jump, you actually gain 1 meter of boost. And it allows us to infinitely boost like that, or at least still be able to boost somewhat, even if we don't have any meter. So, now you know what that is. Because you see that quite a lot in this game. So, this level, we can't really skip the start of it, but there is a pretty big skip coming up. It's pretty hard. The thing is, this game, as I mentioned, is a lot about resource management. Because you drain boost meters so quickly. And here you need a certain amount of resources in order to even be able to finish the stage. So we're going to try to do this here. We're really trying to save as many resources as possible. That should be good. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we're safe. Now it all just comes down to not messing up here, because there's an invisible wall and we can hit it and bonk. We don't want that to happen. I think I'm good. Yeah, that was very nice. So now we're going to go over here. Hit this trigger here, which loads in the rest of the area here. If it didn't do that, it would be very hard to finish the stage. And then we're just going to go here, like that. And very nice. So now it's just getting to the gold ring.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
one of the harder levels for sure.
Yeah, this level can be a run killer for sure. Oh wow, I went behind the gold ring with the teleport dash. Oh, I golded! Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the sound you hear every time I'm tapping something during the ranking. It's just in case you get some good time.
boss in the game next.
Oh yeah, the best boss. I absolutely love this
best
boss.
boss in the
It's
game.
so fun. It is so fun, and it's so fair, and it works all the time for sure.
Remember the boss RNG I talked about earlier? This one has the worst RNG
Oh, God.
in the whole game, where every attack is an inconvenience. But,
No, go on.
yeah. Good.
There we go.
Okay.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah, but phase 1 was cleared out pretty quickly. Just hit him. Phase 2 is really the issue.
Yeah, phase 2 is really annoying. And the story is that this is the second Guardian. So remember how I mentioned Guardians? How Gnarl was? Oh yeah, that happened. I have never seen it before. I was able to homing attack, but the game did not let it happen. That was funny. Alright, we're just gonna play this nice and safe. Omen moment. Alright. But yeah, so...
there is an invisible goal ring outside of here.
Yeah.
you can't get to.
If anyone wants to volunteer to just try to find out how we can clip outside of this level, please be our guest, because then we can just go outside the wall and just hit the goal ring and beat the boss, and not have to deal with all this.
Yeah, I would skip the entirety of phase 2.
I'm scared. Okay, I'm good. I need to really make sure I have rings at all times, because you can just get really unlucky.
Yeah, this boss's attack RNG is really really inconvenient.
Yep.
Can definitely screw you over a lot.
You gotta kind of grind this boss, because there is a lot of time save here. I mean, I got a 143. You can get a 1-6 if you're good. So, but it's over now. We don't have to think about that. Sonic and Shadow clash. We don't see that because we skipped the cutscene, but they do. And then it's on to the last Shadow stage, normal Shadow stage. And we're gonna be chasing Eggman in a train, which should be familiar to Sonic 06 players. Just this time there's no Princess and there's no Sonic. There's only Shadow, who has the focus. And we get to use Chaos Spear, which is another one of Shadow's abilities, which allows us to hit this thing here. And then we're gonna move right here. And my computer is not liking this, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, this is one of the stages that hits my computer hardest, so strap in, people.
RIP timer, by the way.
Is the timer gone? Wait, is there a problem?
No, there's not. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, thank God. There we go. And, yeah.
United Railroad, my favorite level.
I have really tried to turn down the settings as much as I can, but it's apparently not enough. Alright, as long as it's playable, it's fine.
United Railroad hates everyone in any category.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we should probably mention that, why is this category called No Pause Buffer? This level is a good example of that. There's a tech in this game called Pause Buffer, where that if you go in one direction and then immediately boost in the opposite direction and pause the game, you're just storing speed in that other direction. And when you then release pause, you just get launched. And you use that to skip almost the entirety of this level. So in any percent unrestricted, you just, at the very start, you just do a pause buffer and then you skip straight to a later part of the stage we're not even at right now. And in No Pause Buffer, we have to play the whole level.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, okay.
This
So,
level is also very movement intensive.
if you want to see pause buffers in action, I highly recommend checking out some runs on the speedrun.com page. It's a different way to play the game, but every way is enjoyable in their own ways. Personally, I really like Supersonic. Breaks the game. So here we have a fight that we used to be able to skip, but not anymore. Also, that was a good save. So we gotta defeat these guys. I didn't have meter? What? Some of them are just falling down. They're just doing our job for us. There we go. Oop! Okay, wait a minute. It's fine. It's not fine. We're gonna just have to do that again. That happens. Alright, and there we go. So I guess I can mention, the way it used to work is that from the platform at top, where we spawn from, over here, you could just do 2 chaos dashes upwards, and then boost, and you would just skip the fight trigger. And you would just be able to go through this door. But, not possible anymore. So here we're gonna run up this wall, and if done right, please, I can skip all of this platforming. Thank you. There we go.
Nice.
And now we're on the train. This is where you normally land after doing the pause buffer and unrestricted. So here we're going to charge a Chaos Spear fully, and that allows us to skip a cutscene where we have to, or not a cutscene, but just Shadow stands still and looks at Sonic and says, Sonic. And we just can skip that entire thing by doing that.
Nice.
Hope the game is not driving too many frames for you watching. I hope the footage is looking fine. If not, I do apologize. Oops. Up there, there we go.
Could always be worse. You could always be watching in 15 FPS.
Yeah, you could be AK right now. That could be a thing.
Watch it in 15 FPS.
AK suffers so you guys can enjoy. Oh, there's Sonic. But Eggman was ready. And he got us ambushed. Well, there we go. That is United Railroad done. And now we're going to move on to Sonic. We're going back to Sonic. And you can probably guess who we're going to be fighting. And this time, the best boss fight. This time he means business. He has put in 3 Chaos Emeralds in his cockpit. So this boss casually is very challenging. If you know what to do, it's not. But I remember struggling a lot with this boss. Even sometimes you're just like a rocket is just put in front of you, and yeah, that happens. You can't react to that. So just get back up and keep running. So this boss is kind of a stage and a boss at the same time, as you can see. It actually has red star rings. It's the only boss that has red star rings in the game. And we're going to be hitting him here 3 times. And that's going to be the first cycle done.
Someone
There
please
you-
help solve skips in this, please, by the way.
What?
Someone help solve the phase skip in this game, please.
Oh yeah,
By the
true.
way.
There is technically a face skip we can do. Also here we gotta dodge. Very precise timing there. Maybe it's been patched a bit easier. Can't tell. But yeah, there's a face skip technically that we haven't really totally figured out, but if you time something right, you can apparently skip one of his faces. I've never seen it before, but it exists from what I know. Okay, so here I won't be boosting anymore because I need to make sure that I'm not too far away. That might actually be really bad. We're gonna try to make it. Yes! Okay.
Oh my god, that I did not even know that was possible to hit.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Dang.
super clutch. That could have been a lot of time loss because we had to go for another face. But we clutched it out.
Well, that wasn't crazy. What?
So now we just gotta dodge his laser 3 times. And then it's the final hit. And then Eggman will be defeated. There we go. That is Eggman down. And that should be the game, right? That should be Eggman's been defeated. He's the guy we're after, right? Well, turns out there's another bad guy. And we don't get to see him just yet. But there's a giant explosion and Sonic is unconscious. And we don't know what's going on. Everything's black. But then we're here. We're back in Wellspring, but something seems off. So, oh, there's a light. There's a light. Let's follow the light. We're gonna go over to the light. So you can't actually boost or do much of anything to be faster in this segment here. So we figured that the fastest thing is just to jump and spam homing attack. Also, if we why we're bouncing multiple times on the ground is because the first bounce has like a small height, and if you bounce 3 times, you gain the max height you can get from bounces. So that's why we do that. So normally we skip the cutscene that's coming down here, but I'm gonna let it play out because it's quite special and might be a pretty big shock to some of you who we find here.
We made it. The Chaos Emeralds have securely connected our worlds. Once separated, united again. Now, there is no need to fight for the resources of the planets. The energy of chaos will be enough for everyone. We're ready to strive for a better future. Together. Isn't that true, my friend?
Oh boy.
Sora from
it's Sora from Kingdom Hearts! Yeah, it's true. So, that was Chris Thorndike from Sonic X. And now we begin the final part of the game. And the story takes a complete turn and starts throwing in elements from Sonic X, like our main villain, actually. But we don't have...
By the way.
Oh yeah, skip, by the way, if I can hit it. I don't think I can anymore. I don't know. I don't have a lot of health left. Okay, I think we're still good. We're still good. So... yeah, now Eggman is trying to help us. And who we're trying to stop is someone called the Exiled. So... Chris is actually gone, unfortunately. Someone called the Exiled is trying to use his research to open a portal that's gonna completely destroy our world, but allow him to go back to his kind, because he's the last of his kind. So, he's willing to just destroy the world to get back to his own kind, and we're not gonna let that happen. So we're gonna go stop this exiled person. And while we're doing that, we're flying out of bounds here. This is normally a really long level with a ton of annoying obstacles and arena fight and whatnot, but we just skipped that by, as we did at the start there, just going out of bounds. And we have time for a little donation here, or if the host wants to say anything, because we're just going to be flying.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a few to go through, actually. We've gotten a little train going of myself, Tethys, with $1, Nacho with $1, Victory Cannon with $1, Squeefy with $1, and Venom with $1, and our forces combined have come to the grand total of $5 whole. So we can pat ourselves on the back for that. And then Ninput's coming along, unfortunately not getting the memo, accidentally donating a whole $7. So thanks, Nin. Appreciate that. But thank you to everybody for donating in all seriousness. And that actually puts us at $247 right now, so only 3 away from that 250 mark. You could be the guy. You could be the one.
I love that $1 train. That's so funny. And even if Nim didn't join the train, $7 for 7 Chaos Emeralds is still a win. $1 for each.
I don't know about you, but this level is peak right here. Absolute
This level is
peak.
absolute peak, yeah.
Absolute
Such
peak.
gameplay. We do actually have to play for the entire level in all Red Star rings, so you can check out that category if you want to see the level.
We did forget to explain that there are no invisiwalls in these plane levels. It is
Oh, yeah.
just a barrier that pushes you back in bounds, and you
Yeah.
are just going over the barrier that pushes you.
That is true.
One quick thing I'll have to add.
That is true.
Okay, now for the actual peak boss fight. I
Yeah.
lied those 2 other times. This is peak.
So this is the last shadow level, and we're fighting Maria. And no, she's not real. It's a hologram. And the Exiled has basically been, like, what do you call it? Making a fool out of Shadow. And Shadow has kind of been against Sonic because the Exiled has lied to Shadow and used his hologram to make him do his bidding because he thought Maria was there or something like that. I don't know. All I know is this hologram is the reason why Shadow, like, turned on Sonic in this game. And it's the Exile's doing. So we're just gonna defeat her, and it's pretty simple. We just wait for drones to show up, and then we just blast them with the Chaos Blast.
Or stand in place and do nothing.
Or stand in place and do absolutely nothing. Yeah. Oh, that was not yet, but it's fine. I can just go over here and grab this, and I'm full again on Chaos Blast. It should be now. There we go. And as you see here, these are our new enemies, the Metarexes from Sonic X, if you might recognize them. And we're going to be seeing those in the last normal level after this fight here. As I said, we're nearing endgame. Just a little bit more to go through this boss fight. Not really much going on. But it will be over soon, so we don't really have time for donations right now, but... Oh, oops. Okay, that's fine.
Don't die.
Oh, that was really scary, I almost messed up a really easy boss fight there. And that was pretty slow, actually. Normally get like a 151 or 152, so yeah. But that does it for Shadow. So, goodbye Shadow, we'll see you in maybe other games. I don't know, maybe there's some Shadow games or games with Shadow in this marathon. We might see him later. But he's done for this game for now. And here we go. This is the Citadel of Lotus. And this is one of the only stages that we kind of have to play through almost the entire stage, normally. For Sonic stages. Because we do have United Railroad. And it is pretty hard. I mean... Casually, this level is really hard. There's a lot of bottomless pits, there's a lot of precise stuff, and things can go wrong. Also, the music is a banger. Oh yeah, this game has, a lot of the music in this game is officially made for the game. It has an absolute banger soundtrack. This one being one of them. And we're kind of just trying to go through this citadel here, destroying some generators on our way. Making our way to the Exiled for the final boss. And here we're going to be using the Lightspeed attack by charging up. And then we can just defeat all the enemies in one go, just like that. That's the first generator down. So now we're going to be going to our second generator here. And this level in Unrestricted is really hard. There's a really hard trick that you do to skip to the end almost immediately. But we're not going to be seeing that right now. And Supersonic is also very interesting for this level. Supersonic goes out of bounds and just flies over the entire level. Or not fly over, but like, it's really cool. If I can make it up here, please. Yep. And we're out. Sometimes the rings there don't want to let you latch onto them, so that's very nice that it did there. Come on. Okay, good. Oh yeah, something to mention, you see the grappling hooks that we've been grabbing onto for the game? That's actually the bracelet that Chip gave us at the end of Sonic Unleashed. They made that into a gameplay mechanic. So that's very nice. We're not going to be seeing more of it though. But if you remember what it was, now you know that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to wait here. My game did not load. There we go. Thank you. Because I'm going to need every single resource I can get here for this trick. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, first try. Nice. Just don't die now. Just don't die now. Just don't die now. Yeah, okay, we're good. So now we need to go up here. We're out of bounds. There was a kill plane that we were trying to avoid there. That's why I sounded like that. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to retry. Because I need the amount of... I should use the respawn. Yeah, okay. I need a certain amount of rings in order to do this trick. So I'm going to need to stock up on rings. Because it is very necessary to have a lot of boost for this trick. But we didn't hit the kill plane there, so that's nice. Yep, okay. So that was just a quick retry. Let's not bonker hit this time. Okay, we're good. We have 29%. I should be able to make it work.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see here. Should be able to make it work. So we're going over here, and then we're going to bounce, boost, and try to land. Oh, that might not make it. Ah, that didn't make it. Okay, I'm gonna have to try again. This trick can be really hard sometimes. But luckily we do have time for this. I'm just going to be getting some rings here. Okay, yeah, I'll do this and then respawn and then just go.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. The number 3 has been doing a lot for me lately, so let's hope that that's true.
Shoutouts to the number 3 for real.
Shoutouts to the number 3, man. It can do anything except Sonic Adventure. Okay, here we go. 38, that's a little bit better. You usually want around like at least 25%, so 29 was kind of stretching it. Try again. Yeah, that's good. There we go. We're gonna land on top of an invisible ceiling now, and then go this way, and go back in bounds, and there we go. That's a skip.
Shoutouts to the number 3.
Shoutouts to number 3 for real, it worked. Oh yeah, normally you have a very long sidestep here, but the game has not loaded that in because we went out of bounds, so we have to sidestep twice to get the sidestep we need. And normally there's also 3 doors here, but the game didn't load those, so we go straight to the gold ring, and there we go. That is Citadel of Lotus. Done. And
Final boss time?
yeah, with that being said, we have one last thing to do. We gotta take down the Exiled, which, spoiler alert, is a Metarex. And I think he appears in Sonic Sonic X. So I'm gonna spam F here to instantly transform to Supersonic. Normally I have to collect a lot of stuff to do that, but we're just gonna do that. And there we go, very nice. And now we're going to be collecting boost, so we can go Supersonic again. And something to mention story-wise is that the Chaos Emeralds have actually been broken now. So the reason Sonic can go Supersonic is not because of the Chaos Emeralds, it's because of Chip's bracelet. Nice, there we go. So that's going to be phase 1 done in just a bit.
This is a very hard boss, by the way, when you're speedrunning it.
Yeah, and he didn't let me get the free face. Yeah, he didn't let me.
That happen.
He didn't let it have. Oh god.
What? I've never
That was
seen
so
that
weird.
happen. That's unfortunate.
It wanted to home in on the bubble instead. There we go. And here we go. This is the final phase. We got some banger music playing. Actually, fun fact: the person singing the vocals is the same person who sings "Dreams of Absolution." Silver's theme from Sonic 06. Okay, I'm gonna try to go close to him, so I can try to see if I can 2-cycle.
That was a really good approach.
Ah, this is not gonna 2-cycle, so we're gonna have to do a 3-cycle, but that's fine. Yeah. You can 2-cycle if you're really precise, but it's pretty hard.
That can 2-cycle.
I don't think that can 2-cycle. We can try. Gonna double jump here to avoid that. Nice. Charge up a boost, and here we go.
Go for it.
Let's see. I don't think that can 2-cycle. We'll try. Nope.
Oh.
And what he's mentioning about the Omens of Doom, as you see on the side here, we have the Guardians from the game. We have Ember, we have the Gnarl, and we have Vortex. They're all here for the final battle. And it's gonna be over in just a bit. We just need to get one more supersonic transformation. Or a chaos explosion. And here we go. Time coming up in just a bit. That's time.
Let's go. Nice, nice job.
Just barely sub 42. So, that went, like, decently well. Some hiccups here and there, but, still got to show off Omens. So that's a W.
Very nice run.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. I mean, underestimate. Underestimate, that's all you can hope for.
Absolutely. GG's to you, DreeGon, and thank you very much to both of you for putting on another great show here on this marathon. Hope you both enjoyed. Is there anybody you want to shout out or just generally plug or say anything whatsoever?
Yes, we want to shout out our friend and very good Sonic Omen speedrunner, Mifu, or also goes by Kuna. So, shout outs to him. Puts in a lot of work for this game. And we also have a speedrun.com leaderboard, as mentioned, where you can find different categories, and also a link to our speedrun Discord server, if you want to join that. We're a pretty small community, but we're working on making tutorials and like content to make it easier to get into speedrunning this game. It's free to download, and there's also a download link at the speedrun.com page. So hope you want to give it a try, or at least enjoyed watching the run. And you can find me on Twitch on DreeGon V if you want to watch some more of this game, or Sonic Adventure, Sonic 06, since I also do speedrun those games, of course. And yeah, that's thank you for having me on. I guess anything you want to say, AK?
Yeah, you can follow me at twitch.tv/itsaka_ if you want. I also speedrun this game. I speedrun unrestricted, which is the main category other than no pause buffer. A lot of other cool skips that weren't shown off because it is a different category. So if you'd like to see that, you can check that out for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Alright, well thank you so much once again. Look forward to even more fun times, Sonic, not Sonic, and even more coming up on Not the Same shortly. We've got Ninputs coming up after the break with Sonic Triple Trouble. But once more, thank you DreeGon, thank you AK. Hope you both have a good rest of your night, and look forward to the rest of the marathon. See you all in a bit. Goodbye, gamers.